welcome to the channel. This is my first battle report, so yeah, this could be a really awesome or a complete train wreck. So please don't shoot me. If you got something to add or give me some tips or hints, please put something in the comment section below. Before we start, I want to give a little bit of explanation what we are looking at. Well, the story begins at the beginning of the 13th Black Crusade. What I'm filming now is the world of Belus Corona, and it's the upper hemisphere, more the northern part, where ice and snow is all what you can find here in this abandoned city. Well, before this city was bombarded with orbital barter strikes, Belus Corona was quite a nice world to live in. It was in the Belus sector, and yeah, with the start of the Black Crusade, they reported some space hulk that come from the immaterial into real space. So there was a nice guy in this world. His name was Marshal Cal, and he sent some vessels of the Imperial Navy to find out what these plague hulks are really about. But they found out it was more than just a plague hulk. Eventually they found a battle barge, and it's called the Plague Claw. And this is the start of all the bad stuff starting to happen. People getting sick, people dying, a lot of disease, a lot of nastiness. Well, what the Marshal then decided to do was gather as much fleet officers of the Imperial Navy and send a fleet to intercept this Plague Claw. But yes, if things can get worse, they always get worse. So when the fleet arrived to destroy the Plague Hulk, well, they found more than they bargained for. Eventually they found a complete armada of ships, and they belong to Typhus, the Herald of Nurgle. Now, the vessels of the Imperial Navy got completely destroyed, so Typhus got a free pass onto Belus Corona. And that's where we start. We start here at this battle grid, where the forces of the 14th Legion will fight against the loyalists of the successor chapter of the Dark Angels, the Guardians of the Covenant, and it's led by Inquisitor Solomon Locke. Yes, this is the guy who rambles all the loyalists together and try to get a foothold here on this battle grid. So we will see what will happen, but before we will look at the armies and what they look like and what we bring. Okay, what am I bringing? First of all, this is my warlord of the army. It's a Demon Prince of Nurgle, most fitting for this team. And yeah, what does he got? Well, he has got the Dolores Canal. It's an item from the new Traitors Supplement Codex. Yeah, what it does, it gives guards of Atan's dead guard units within 40 inches of the bearer. At the start of the fight subphase, they have the Sphere special rule for the duration of the phase. And in addition, enemy units taking a fear test against an effective unit must do so on 3d6 instead of 2. So that's a nice extra. I've never played it before, and I want to try it out. And he also has the Plague Bringer. It's a demon weapon, strength user, AP3 with a poison special rule. So it's quite nice. He's a resilient guy, so I hope he will do fine. After this, I've brought a Plague Colony. A Plague Colony is a formation from the new book, and it consists of 3 to 7 units of Plague Marines. Well, I picked 7. You can see here it's 3, and the other 4 I parked in rhinos. So first squad is quite simple, 5-man squad with 2 bolt guns, a champion and 2 meltas in a rhino. The second one, a little bit different. The champion's got a power fist, also 2 bolters and 2 flamers. The third is the captain has a power sword, combi bolter, 2 bolt guns and 2 plasmas in a rhino. And the last one is a guy with a power fist again, with 2 bolt guns and 2 melters. Well, the others are driving in my Spartan assault tank to give them a little bit of comfort when they're cruising down the battlefield. So I hope they don't shoot this transport to smithereens in the first round of shooting. Well, then I've got some cultists. What do you want without cultists? Cultists are the core of any Chaos army. Easy to bring, and they gladly die for the greater good. Well, and this guy, this is my champion for the Plague Colony. It's a champion with a power fist and a nice sight, but I will use it as a power axe. And as last part of the combined arms detachment is a Helldrake. Well, I forgot to tell the combined arms detachments exist of this guy, the Warpsmith, and 2 units of cultists I mentioned before. So this is my force. It's 2,500 points. So yeah, we'll see what the loyalists bring to bear today.
Hi guys, this is the Guardians of the Covenant Task Force. Let me just explain what you're seeing here. This is a Predator squadron. What you see is what you get. My entire force, by the way, is what you see is what you get. Makes it quite easy. So what you're seeing here is 2 Predators with all less cannons, and 1 is a Dakka Predator with an autocannon and 2 heavy bolters. Next, that's 2 squads of Terminators and a Interrogator Chaplain, this dude here, also in Terminator armor. 1 is a squad with hammers and shields with an assault cannon tucked in. The second squad is more tactical with storm bolters and some power fists and such. Then we have the warlord, Mr. Solomon Locke himself. In this alternate timeline, he isn't killed on that ugly Tyranid planet, but he's here. Then there's the first tactical squad, which is what you see is what you get: a plasma cannon, plasma rifle, the sergeant with the power fists and all bolters. The second squad is almost the same, save for a missile launcher tucked in. That squad has a Rhino to go forth in. Then you see the dreadnoughts, 2 Contemptor dreadnoughts. One of them is a Mortis dreadnought with 2 Kyrus assault cannons and a missile launcher on top. The little box knot here is a Mortis dreadnought which has Skyfire when standing still. The third one is a regular Contemptor dreadnought with a conversion beamer. Then we have a nice command tank, the Damocles command tank, just outfitted standard with no extra gubbins. Last but not least, we have the mighty Fellblade, the Last Guardian, which has a twin-linked accelerator cannon, armored ceramides, and 2 quad lass cannons. And that's about it. Let the battle commence.
Okay, well, before we roll the dice, who we're gonna deploy first, I want to explain that we are playing the Spoils of War. And with the Spoils of War, the deployment zones will be like sideways, up to this ridge of the board and the opposite one. But before we deploy, we're gonna see who's gonna start first. So Rick, toss a die, please. That's
Not me.
The mighty 1. And of course a 6. Wow, if I spend all my throws like this in the start of the battle, then I hope I don't end up with 1s at the end. But I will deploy first, and then Rick. I will get back to you when we deploy it. Okay, we're ready. We've deployed our armies. On this side of the battle grid, we have the Guardians of the Covenant with this beautifully painted Fellblade, and his dreadnoughts and the rest of the army. Well, Death Guard on the other side. Got some cultists here, together with my lord on the Nurgle Pelican. Yeah, we got some objectives. As I explained, we play the objective game. Well, of course, it would be nice to have some dead Marines on the board already. So after next to objective 2, there's a casualty or a wounded marine. Would be nice if their battle brother is going to save him. But for this guy, it's probably already too late. He's dead in his armor. Well, he died in valor, and all kinds of songs will be written in his name. Oh, I hope so. Well, I accordingly hold first turn. So I'm gonna ask Rick if he want to try to seize the initiative. If you're gonna be the guy who's going to ruin it for me.
Yes. And being a Dark Angel, I seize the initiative on a 5 or on a 6.
Oh my god. And it is a beautifully 5. Alright. So the Dark Angels are done, the successor chapter will go first. And I need to weather the storm before we can do something back. Alright. Dark Angels or Guardians of the Covenant, turn 1. We'll be back after deployment, after movement. Okay, the first 3 objectives drawn by the Guardians of the Covenant are secure objective 3. Well, that's nice. I think they can manage to secure objective 3. No forgiveness. Well, you need to kill stuff. I think that's achievable, especially when you have a Fell Blade on your side. And the last one is not one step backward. Well, what you do is you hide a die, and on the die, well, you put 1, 2, or 3. That will resembles the turn you hold the objective. And if the first turn you hold it still, then you get 1 point. Otherwise, in the second is the D3, and if you can hold it 3 turns in a row, then you have D3 plus 3 victory points. So I think this is quite achievable, but we will see. After the movement phase, the Guardians, they moved up a little bit. Well, they're taking objective 3. Well, that's one of their Maelstrom cards, so I think this one is in the bag. The Predators moved up to have some nice clear lines of shooting. Nothing immobilized, so that's good for Rick. All his stuff is still cruising around like a boss. Fellblade moved up, Contemptor moved up, and of course the Rhino here will also pass his immobilized check. So perfect. Shooting. So this was turn 1 shooting. Yeah, it was not too bad. I must say the Fellblade, the big boy, he shoot all of his guns, and in the end it just managed to kill 1 lonely cultist. Yes, all of it gone. He shoot the big gun at the Spartan assault tank, but he didn't manage to penetrate the hull. So weathering the storm, the armor ceramide on the Spartan held firm against all the shots that coming in. Well, this dreadnought run, so he could not shoot his assault cannons, and this one moved as well, so he couldn't use the gravitation beam. So he is also not shooting. Maybe that's my luck. On the other hand, well, this squadron with Predators, they shot all of the less cannons, and indeed the Rhino is no more. Yeah, he destroyed 1 Rhino. Well, for this scenario we have a house rule. It's called like first strike in first turn. So he gets 1 point for killing something in my turn, but at the other end I get the chance to kill something in my turn and also receive 1 point. So then again, the heavy bolters and the assault cannon try to shoot at my Plague Marines. Well, the assault cannon didn't do anything, and the heavy bolter hit, he wounded, I failed my save, so chunks of flesh were shot out of my Plague Marine, but this guy felt no pain. So he's still there. Okay, points wise, what did we have? Well, Rick scored objective 3. Yes, he took it with his tactical Marines, so that's in the bag. He also managed to blow up my Rhino, so killing a unit for 1 victory point is also achieved, so this makes a score of 3. And not one step backward, where he has to hold an objective for one turn. Well, this is the first turn he holds it, but he didn't see any response from, so I think he's going for the second turn on an objective. So this one I think he will keep, and the other turn 2 are scored, so he have 2 points till 0 at the moment. So first turn movement for death card. We'll be right back. Okay, the objective cards I took for my death card is secure objective 4. Well, I think I maybe can manage that. Secure objective 4 twice. Wow, that's nice. So if I can control it, then yeah, maybe I can get 2 points. Oh no, it's 14. 14 is yeah, I use the death card objective rules, and for 14 I gain another one. It's spread the contagions and plague. So I need to nominate one of my characters, and if it's still alive at the end of the game, I receive 1 victory point. So this one is not score objective 4. I use it my death card objectives, so I need to keep 1 guy alive. And this ascendancy, score D3 victory point if you control any 3 objective markers at the end of the turn. I think I maybe can manage that as well. So I see what will happen after movement. Okay, my movement is finished. I'm not quite sure how to handle all that armor, but I have to do something. Well, I need to score objective 4. Objective 4 is here. So I think I can make it with a nice run with some of those guys. Well, I disembarked all the Plague Marines from the Spartan assault tank. So they are out to play. But yes, those dreadnoughts, well, these venerable brothers are quite resilient against bolt fire. So I might think about maybe engaging them in close combat. I'm not sure how to handle it, but we'll figure it out along the way. Well, here my warlord has moved up. Well, he's got this nice little gadget called the Poxwalker Hive. Well, what I managed to do is I cursed those little boys, those cultists next to them. So they are, yeah, turning into plague zombies. They cannot shoot anymore, but they gain the fear and the fearless and the feel no pain special rule. And all the dudes that are killed in the start of my turn, I can generate them back. So that's quite nice. I hope they will survive a round of shooting. Those cultists here, they stayed here. I didn't infect them because I want to shoot with the less cannon. Here I move my rhino up. Maybe I can pop some shot at that rhino. My rhino here moved up. There are 2 meltas in this rhino, so I hope I can take some shot at the predator tanks. Maybe destroy one. Well, the Plague Marines that are disembarked from the blown up rhino, they are sitting on objective 1 at the moment. Not that I need it, but yeah, well, they need to do something. And this rhino moved a little bit up on 4th of the field. Well, because I have one giant demon prince with psychic powers, I'm going into the psychic phase and we'll be back. Okay, my psychic phase was quite short. I only have 1 power in use that I can use on armor. So that's the weapon virus. I use it on this guy. And this dreadnought's got some nice assault cannons, and there are 6 shots each, so 12 shots in total. And all ones rolled are get hot results, so maybe he blows up himself. Alright, well that's my psychic phase. We go on to shooting. Okay, my shooting phase is over, and well, it wasn't that spectacular in the end. With this guy, well, there's the guys inside, got 2 meltas. I shot into this rhino. I managed to glance, I managed to pen, but well, on the pen result I rolled a 2. So it becomes a 4. So he's stunned, but didn't blow up, still got 1 hull point left. These guys, they run, because cultists and zombie cultists, they need to run, zombies run. This guy, well, he shot and he hit this contemptor, but I didn't manage to penetrate the armor. What did penetrate the armor were the less cannons from a Spartan, but it's still there, as you can see. It's still 1 hull point left. Well, yes, all the guys are out. The Demon Prince, well, he's a close combat maniac. So he will charge something, probably will charge the Fellblade. Because if I charge this guy, I need to go to terrain and I will become initiative 1. And this man has got a nice strength 10 power fist. So if I didn't save my info saves right, then I'm dead meat. What they shot, like bolters do, well, they managed to hit on a 6, but Rick passes safe, of course. So nothing happens. And this melter shot, well, 1 hit and 1 pent. Oh, it was a glance, I guess. Well, he still has whole points left. So I didn't manage to get anything in my turn. So no first blood for me. And well, we go into the assault phase. And we'll see us after that. End of the assault phase. Well, the Demon Prince jumped over from here to charge the Fellblade. Well, the charge was quite successful, but well, the execution less. He's got 5 attacks, 6 on the charge. He get 3 for his demon weapon, so 9 hits on the Fellblade. But I need to roll 6s because this guy's rare armor is 12. And I didn't manage to roll any 6. So it's still there, I'm still there, and no pain dealt. Well, this squad of Plague Marines, they wanted to charge this Contemptor. But I need to roll 12-inch. And with the weapon virus, Rick decided not to do Overwatch because the chance he rolled a 1 and destroy himself was quite high. So he didn't do it, and I rolled a score of 11, so 1 inch too short, otherwise I would make it. So that was my assault phase and the end of my turn. Points wise, let me see what I score. Okay, well, points wise, I score objective 4. I did manage to get it, it's in the center. Well, this one I selected my Chaos Lord on the Pelican, so if he's still alive at the end of the game, I get 1 victory point. So 1 for objective 4, and I have at least 3 points on the control. I have control of point 1 with my death card, point 4 in the middle, and I scored the other way with the Chaos Cultist at the end. So I have 3 objective markers, so I roll D3 for points, and what is it? It's 2. So I got 2, and for the 4 is 3. So I scored 3 points. Well, that's not bad. So up to turn 2 for the Guardians of the Covenant. So objectives pulled by Rick for the Guardians of the Covenant is, well, objective 4. Well, it's swarmed with Plague Marines at the moment, it's in the middle. So I'm not quite sure if we can get it, because there are no troops near this point. So I think it will be impossible. Scoring objective 3. Well, all these guys are already on objective 3, so that's an easy point. And the last one is, of course, the one who's holding for the D3 or D3 plus D3 points. But it's turn 2, so we see what happens at the end. Now movement. Alright, was turn 2 shooting. Well, it was shooting was quite okay. With his squadron, with less cannons, autocannons. Well, he managed to blow up my Rhino. But that wasn't really a sport, I guess, with so many less cannons. He managed to pull off a whole point from this Rhino with the autocannon. So it's still there, but these guys need to get out. Well, I placed them behind the Rhino, so they have a little bit of cover for next fire. So they're safe, they're still there. But then again, the Fellblade, yeah, what will I say? He used his big gun, tried to clear the whole bunch of Plague Marines over there, but this thing scattered widely and ended somewhere, well, closer to the Rhino than to the Plague Marines. So that wasn't that successful. You got this Demolisher Cannon, he shot at them, 6 hits, and he managed to roll 3 1s. Yeah, it's epic, but it didn't hurt me. So the others saved because you need to shoot through the Contemptor. I managed to save 2 of them, so 1 died. The less cannons, they also fired up at the squad. I guess so, yes. Well, didn't kill so much. And this less cannons, well, they shot at my Demon Prince. But yes, with his Shrouded and 2-up Jink, well, he didn't receive any wounds. Well, he did receive any wounds, but they were from these guys. Plain old classic Bolt of Fire. Well, that will do the trick. I managed to roll on 1 on my save, so he's down on 3 wounds. So it's good shooting. Well, we got an orbital bombardment coming in on this little squad of cultists and my Chaos Lord. Well, it scattered a bit, and in the end he hit only 3 cultists, but they are in cover. So I managed to make my cover save. So yes, even the big guys in space cannot kill any cultist. Well, what could kill cultists are those boys, the Terminators. Well, there were a bunch of cultists here. As you can see, there are only 4 left. Twin Link bolters from Deep Strike. Well, they tore a chunk out of my boys here. So they are dead. And then, well, then we switch over to the assault phase, and the Contemptor charged my Plague Marines here. And well, what can I say? He got 5 attacks. He missed a whole bunch of attacks, and then when he needs to wound, he rolled 2 ones again. So, oh, they're still there. I thought that would be 3 graveyards, but no, they're still there. I managed to, well, I tried to plant the Melter Bomb, but with a 1 I failed as well. So that was the assault phase and the shooting phase for the Guardians of the Covenant. Yeah, I think it's not that bad, but well, yeah, I think we're still hanging on strong. So we're going to Death Guard turn 2. Okay, the cards for my turn is score objective 2. Objective 2 is near my cultists that nearly wiped out, but there's still 4 left, so I scored at the moment. So we'll see if, yeah, I think they will be in the bag. Psychological warfare. So if I make those guys, those guardians, fail a morale check, I will score a victory point, and have them 2 units, or even 3 fail a morale check, then I score D3, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And secure objective 6, well, it's near the Fell Blade, and I have no units close to the Fell Blade, so I cannot score objective 6, so maybe I ditch it next time, or we'll see. Well, it's the end of my movement. The Helldrake came on. That's really good. I need to roll a 4 or higher because of this nice gadget over here. And he's screwing with my reserve rolls. So, a 5. Well, I did it. I rolled a 5, so he's here. Well, when he came on, the end of the movement phase, this guy uses intercept shots. And there were a lot of hits, but thank God there were no glances or pens. So it's still here on full hull points. Well, this squad moved up, the squad with the Maltas, so I hope I can do some damage on this tank squadron. So who knows? Well, the Helldrake will flame those guys, so I wonder what's left at the end of the shooting phase. Here I have my Plague Marines disembark the Rhino to put some shots in those Guardians. They moved, this Plague Marine squad moved up. And what do we have more? My Demon Prince switched. Well, hitting a Fell Blade and finding out that it doesn't really hurt it. Or it's too difficult to hurt it. So he moved over to this space. And here you see a bunch of squishy units. Well, I'm charging into those guys and see what happens. I hope I don't die on Overwatch, because a lot of Overwatch gonna come my way. This squad of Plague Marines disembarked. Maybe in future going to try to get to objective 5. It's all the way up here, but well, who knows. My Chaos Lord here is he's on his own, because the squad of cultists, and one of the cultists is turning to a zombie. Yes, one plague zombie. We'll be charging those guys. So I hope I can lock them for a few turns. I will hold this cultist over there because they're still scoring objective 2. And I need that for my objective cards. And this guy, he will pop some plasma shots into the Terminator, so I hope I kill something. Well, we go to Psychic phase. It was the end of my Psychic phase. Well, I got a lot of Nurgle stuff, and Nurgle stuff is quite good against unit, but not so good against vehicles. Well, there are so many vehicles on the board, so I could not really look at the potential of Nurgle psychic powers. But then, those guys came out of their vehicle, and I unleashed a plague wind, Nurgle's rod, and all kind of disease like psychic powers. Well, from a squad of, I don't know, 10 I guess, only 4 are left. Well, the plague wind is quite a nasty one because it's a large blast, poison, strength 2, poison 4 up, but it's AP2. So even with the storm shield, well, there were so many saves he needs to make. There were two dice that rolled a 2, so the captain is gone, and only 4 are left. So yeah, it was a good psychic phase from my part this time. So we go on to the assault phase. My shooting is done. What can I say? Well, this squad of Plague Marines, well, they all brought plasmas with them. Well, I don't know if they got licensed to bring them because I rolled so many ones on the plasma chart on plasma shooting. And one is killed, and one needs to save his damage on his armor. Luckily, he's still there, but yeah, too many ones. It was not good for shooting. Not good for business at all. Well, the Helldrake, well, he did quite okay. He flamed 6 people, and at the end, 4 of them, I guess, died to Flamer, and then the Plague Marine shot, and then another guy died to bolt fire. So the squad is a little bit withered, but it's still there, it's still holding strong. It's close to objective 3, but I'm not sure if it's within 3 inch, but then again he can move in his own turn. Where the Melta or the plasma guns failed, the Melta guns did succeed. Well, they blow up one of the tanks with the less cannons, so that's good. One was within Melta range, so yeah, he did the job. It was really nice. Then, well, my Spartan, he shoot all of his less cannons into the Fellblade, and I managed to drop him 2 hull points, so he still got 10 left. Incredible. I don't think I will destroy this game, but sometimes you need to tickle before they die, they say. Yeah, well, the Demon Prince didn't shoot at all. Those guys just run. They run up the hill. Yes. Not so special, but they're getting to objective 5. That's good. Those guys, they moved. They cannot shoot anymore because they are turning into zombies. But this guy shot a rapid fire plasma into the Terminators. And one of them died. So that's a good thing. Well, my Lord is all in the open, the Chaos Lord. I'm not sure why I put him there, but probably will regret it at the end of Rick's turn. Well, now we go to assaults, and we will be back. Well, this is the end of my assault phase. What can I say? Well, if you put like 10 zombies against the 4 Terminators, well, it ends up really bad for your zombies because they're all dead. I tried to pull off some Feel No Pain saves, but yeah, I failed great. So there's no zombie left. On the other hand, here are no Guardians left. Well, they were charged by my Demon Prince, and what can I say? He smashed them ugly. Blood and gore all over the place, but they're dead. No, they're not here anymore. So that was good for the Demon Prince, and that's all the assaults we did this turn. So now we're gonna look at the new tactical objectives for Rick, and we go to movement phase. Well, point-wise, it was not such a successful turn because psychological warfare, well, it didn't happen. Those Guardians of the Covenant that got hit by the Flamer, they passed the save, so they're still there. Secure objective 6, well, it's impossible, it's near this Fellblade, and I didn't have any scoring troops close to that one. But I did score objective 2 with my cultists, so I score another point, which will bring me up to 4. So now we go to the cards for Rick. Okay, well, Rick pulled out of the bag secure objective 6. Well, that's next to the fell blade. Maybe, oh no, there are no troops near that, so this will be hard. Secure objective 1. Well, it's close, deep into my lines. There are a lot of break marines surrounding it, so I don't think it's gonna happen. And secure objective 5. Well, 5 is on top of the building. Well, he had some units really close, but they died horribly by my demon prince. So I don't think it's gonna be scoring points on objective markers this turn for Rick, but we will see. We'll see what happens. He got some deep striking units coming in, so. Deep striking Terminators, well, they managed to get on the board. And they're really close to my demon prince. So I'm not sure if it's wise to charge them, because they're gonna charge, but maybe they will shoot me to death, because I only got 2 wounds left. So tricky. I'm really curious what's gonna happen. Oh, the foul blade. Well, he moved up. I see the big gun is pointing at maybe my Spartan or my war, my champion. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, this Predator moved up. The squad moved up a little bit closer to the objective 3. Well, they need it to score the objective card. That will get them the 3+3 points. So that's really good. Yeah, he moved a little bit up. The Dreadnought. No, he didn't move up actually, because he's going to shoot my Helldrake. So see what happens. And that's the thing. That's all of the movement Rick done. He moved also the Rhino a bit. Because the Rhino is from the troops dedicated transport, so you can still score with it. So maybe you can grab a few points. We'll see what happens after the shooting. Guardians of the Government shooting phase. Well, it was really really effective. This Predator with the less cannons, they shot at the unit over there, and other Plague Marines are gone. Well, it wasn't the Predator alone, because the fell blade also interfered with his demolishing cannon. And although I had some cover, had some saves, in the end they all died. What the demolishing cannon also did, he's got his big gun. He tried to shoot at those Plague Marines there in the ruins, but all of them survived because of cover saves. Such a big gun, such a big template, but we're all there. And it's strength 8 AP3, so if I not manage to save it on my armor, I can still use my feel no pain. And we did not feel any pain this time. Well, there we have the Terminators. They shot at the Chaos Lord, and although his toughness 5 and it's a 3+ armor save, he managed to wither the bullets. So yes, they're ricocheting off his armor, but it's still there. And that's all that happens in the shooting phase. Oh, he tried to put a flag missile into my Helldrake, but yeah, he managed to hit. But for armor pen, he rolled a 1 again. So yeah, nothing happened. Now we go on to assault phase. Let's see what happens. Assault phase for the Guardians. Well, the Terminates managed to get into combat with my Lord. The combat was quite interesting, because although I lost 3 wounds due to the fight, I managed to kill 2 Terminators as well. So there are 2 left, and I'm still on 2 wounds. So I'm really excited what happens. Well, the lonely Plague Marine that was fighting against the Contemptor, well, we know how this ends, because the Plague Marine is no more. He tried, for the 3rd time, he tried to put on a melter bomb, but he missed again. So he got squashed, and now he's free to move. And I think my Spartan will be the next victim on his kill list. And that's all the assault we have, because in the shooting phase, those guys managed to kill my 350 point Demon Prince with boulder fire. Yes, it can happen, especially if you roll a lot of 1s on your Jinx saves. So he's not there anymore. So this is the end of the assault phase. Let's see how many points Rick gathers this turn. I don't think any, because he didn't score any objectives, because there are no scoring units here in this turn. So we skip straight to movement for the death card. Okay, the cards that I pulled this time. Secure objective 1. Well, my dead card is already on objective 1, so that's nice. I think this one will be in the bag. No prisoners. I need to, yes, kill something in my turn. And if I kill 3 or 5 units, we get more. Well, I can probably manage to kill something, so I think this will give me some points. Supremacy. Yeah, well, if I have at least 2 objective markers, well, I have that. And twice as many as my opponent. Well, Rick don't have any objective markers. Well, I score a point, so I think this is also in the bag. I ditched objective 6 and psychological warfare because I don't think it's gonna happen. 6 is near the fell blade, and yeah, those space marines are not gonna run. So yes, movement. Okay, movement. Well, the plague marines here, they stayed because they're on objective 1, and I draw the card secure objective 1. So yes, high command from the battle barge is asking me to stay. Well, that's what we do, because scoring points is what we like. Well, this one stayed. The plague marines that were in this building, well, they moved up a little bit because they're now here, and they're yeah, because they are after objective 3-2. So yeah, I will charge them in my next turn or in my assault phase. So I probably can score that point, or maybe, I'm not sure. We will see. And here the tank, the rhino, moved up a little bit. So it's behind some cover. It's always good to have a scoring tank behind cover. So it will not be blown up so easily. And we contest this point as well. I also moved the other Death Guard Plague Marines from the building, and they are now within 3 inches of objective 4. I didn't pull it, so yeah, but maybe for later turns. It's always good to have some units on objective. I moved this one a little bit further closer to the Contemptor. I leave mine Spartan because, well, I can drive back, but then I need a snapshot. So I want to use my full advantage and try to get rid of this Contemptor. On the other hand, well, this guy and these Plague Marines are in difficult terrain, so I need to roll for my range, and I managed to roll a 1. So 1 inch we move. It's not so much, 2 ones. And this is still in combat. Well, we go straight to shooting phase because my Demon Prince is dead and we don't have any Psyker anymore. Alright, it's the end of the shooting phase. Well, my friend here, the Spartan, he did what he wanted to do, because there's the Contemptor. He's no longer among us. I shot him with 4 less cannon shots, and eventually 1 only penned. But the 1 pen that Rick did not save on his inval turned out to be 6, and then he goes kaboom. Well, in the process, killed 1 Plague Marine, 1 Flamer. Well, I think that's an excellent deal. Well, these guys moved up a little bit. I see the leper still contaging their legs because they only moved up 3 inch. But yeah, hey, blast of the Nurgle. Disease in your legs makes you not run faster, but if it makes you feel no pain saves, then yeah, I think it's okay. Well, here we shot a couple of the Marines. Well, they died, and we found out that the Guardians of the Covenant, it's a bit late, but they receive a 5+ invul save when they're close to an objective. We didn't do it the game because we didn't know, but from now on we're gonna try to remember it if we're still gonna use it, because I'm going to charge them. Yes, now assault phase, and we'll see what happens after that. Well, when you think you can just assault Guardians of the Covenant, well, I managed to weather the Overwatch, but then my friend Rick pulls out a chart for a grenade that he has, and it's like a psychedelic drugs or something.
Yes, it is an Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor has psychodrug grenades. That means we get to use one of the most fun tables in the entirety of 40k. So here it goes. I throw a d6, 3, and that is, ha! Those enemies aren't real, they're just an illusion. You're not falling for that. You need to re-roll all failed to hit rolls against the enemy unit during this assault phase. So I get to re-roll all failed to hit rolls.
Oh, that's really, really nice. So you see, still if your brain is mushed up by any kind of disease, you still can get, I don't know, drugs from an Inquisitor. And you feel funny about it. Well, he can re-roll all his failed to hits rolls. Nice. We're gonna see if I make the charge though, because I need to have a 5-inch charge. Let's see what happens. Well, I see a 1. This much better must be another 1. 2 1s. So the grenades, well, it was nice, but I didn't make the charge. Okay, and of the assault phase, well, we saw what happened with the Plague Marines and the funny grenade. Oh, nothing. And this fight was a bit interesting. Well, he managed to hit me like 1 time, and I passed my feel no pain save, so I'm still there, still on 2 wounds. While the other guy, the Terminator, well, he didn't have feel no pain, and this power axe chopped him up. His invul save was not made, so there's only 1 left, but it still held morale. So let me see how many points I Okay, well, my card secure objective 1. Well, yes, I made it because we're already sitting on it. So let's score 1 point for this one. No prisoners. I need to kill something, a unit. Well, I managed to kill the Contemptor Dreadnought with my Spartan. So yes, it also gives me another point. And supremacy. Well, if you control at least 2 objectives, well, I have 2, and my opponent has none. So yes, I also score 1 point for this. So 3 points in the bag. Let's see what happens with the cards for the Guardians of the Covenant. Okay, well, the Guardians of the Covenant, they pulled Ascendancy, hold the line, and behind enemy lines. Well, they're great cards if you have scoring units. But the Guardians of the Covenant only have 1 squad of scoring units left. So yeah, well, they are behind their own line, so they are hold the line. But you need 3, as you can see. So he only has 1. So he cannot score any of these objectives, because yeah, scoring units are quite valuable in this game. So let's see what he's gonna do. Maybe he's gonna kill more stuff and going for tabling. I'm not quite sure, but we will see. Okay, movement for the Guardians. Well, we got this nice little squad of Plague Marines here. Well, if you want to exterminate something, well, you either can call exterminator, or you can use some predators. You see 1 with a whole bunch of less cannons, and the other guy also moved and turned his barrels upon my Plague Marines. Well, I know that we don't feel pain, but I'm not sure if this is gonna save me. And also this guy's gonna shoot, and the Inquisitor gonna shoot, and everything's gonna shoot, and I think they will be dead. But we'll see. And then this big boy, well, he turned around a bit. He pointed his gun. I think he's gonna shoot the Spartan, maybe. I'm not sure. Or he's gonna try to kill my Plague Marines on objective 4. And the Terminators, well, because the other Terminator's got quite trouble killing my Lord, I think the reinforcements are on their way. So if I manage to break free, I know the Pelican can move really fast, and I think they will be gone. But we'll see what happens. Okay, end of the shooting phase. Well, yes, the squad that was here, the Plague Marines, they're all gone. But it took like a ton of fire. The Predator fired up with his less cannons, heavy bolters, autocannons, bolters, pistols from Locke, and in the end the final blow was done with the rocket launcher. He blew him up. So yes, all of them are dead. Well, the Fellblade, yes. I think I must conclude that a Demolisher Cannon is mostly the most effective weapon on this thing. Because yeah, he blew up a squad of Plague Marines that were sitting on objective 4. The less cannons, well, they didn't do so much. And the big gun, oh yes, he did it. He hit my Spartan and he managed to strip 1 whole point. So yes, the Spartan is hit. He's only got like 4 whole points left. So it's the first time that the big gun actually done something. So maybe it's a very expensive demolisher tank. Okay, well, the 4 quad cannons also managed to kill 1 plague marine that was hiding here in the ruins. So it's quite okay, the shooting phase. And now we head over to assault phase. Okay, the end of the assault phase. Well, not much to do. We only have 1 fight to resolve. It was the Terminator versus the Chaos Lord. And in the end they managed to kill each other. Because here they were, and now they're gone. 3 wounds, AP2 on my Chaos Lord. I only had 2 wounds left. And I could not make any armor save because AP2. And the Terminator also received 3 AP2 wounds. So we both need to roll 3 times 5 or more. And we failed horribly both. So they are both dead.
Bloody close.
But yeah, because I selected him as a character to survive the whole game, to gain a point, well, that point is permanently lost because I didn't survive. So we head up to turn 4 of that guard. Let's see if I can manage to score some more points. Okay, the cards I pulled is behind enemy lines. Whenever I have a scoring unit behind my enemy lines, I score a point. Well, it's not gonna happen because all my scoring units near his line are dead. Secure objective 6. Well, that's close to his fell blade again. No scoring units near that, so it's not gonna happen. And as last, assassinate. Well, I need to kill a character. And there's a whole bunch of Terminators coming my way, so maybe I'm lucky and I kill a captain or something. I'll try for assassinate. Let's go to movement phase. Okay, the end of my movement phase. Well, the Plague Marines from the 40th Legion that are moved up a little bit, and we went to the first and the second floor. There's objective 5, so maybe if I pull it, I'll be near to score it. The other thing I moved, because there's not so much left, we are tearing chunk out of each other all evening. It's a Spartan. Well, it moved up a little bit. We can try to shoot with my last cannons and hopefully kill a character, because that's what I need to do. That's what the high commands want me to do. And my Helldrake is on the board again, together with my last squad of Plague Marines. I hope I can kill a character like his warlord. So we'll see what happens after the shooting phase. Okay, well, it's the end of the shooting phase. If you can see, there's like a die on my Helldrake. That means that he's shot. He's shot by this intercepting dreadnought. He managed to put 1 penetrating hit. It was a shaken result, but I managed to neglect it because I'm a demon. On the other hand, well, there was a bunch of guys here. There's only 1 left. And I didn't pay much attention because this guy got a 2-up armor save. Artificer armor, so he's still there. He's not burned. So yes, I did my best, but he's still there. On the other end, my last cannons from a Spartan shot. Some Meltas from my guys inside the building shot, but all of them were saved by this guy. Yes, the guy with the shield. So yes, this invul save is quite handy. So that was my shooting, and because everything is out of range, I cannot assault. We go straight to the turn of the Blood Angels, and it's the 5th turn. So maybe the game ends. We will see. Okay, well, the problem is when you play a Maelstrom mission and you have a lot of secure objective cards and you don't have scoring units, well, then you score nothing. You don't get any points. But I must say, the Guardians of the Covenant scored quite a lot of points, but mostly by killing my stuff. So yes, he's not going to score any of these points, but we'll see what happens. Maybe he shoots the last of my my army from the table, and then he wins as well. He's ahead. I think I've got 7 points, he got 9. So it's quite close, but yeah, we'll see. The end of turn 5. Now we go to movement. End of the shooting phase. Well, all the guns pointed towards my flying demon. Well, everything shot, and most of it missed. But the big guy this time managed to hit it with one of the less cannon shots. He panned. I failed my save. So now it has to move straight on. It was an immobilized result, but because I'm a zooming flyer, I could ignore the crashing result if I rolled a 3 or higher, and I did. So we need to move straight on. And then we go to this side of the board. The Terminators moved up, and they are ready to charge my last squad of Plague Marines. They shot it, but they missed everything. I think they spent all the luck on the Demon Prince. So yes, let's see what happened in the assault. Okay, the end of the assault phase. Well, it was quite a remarkable assault phase, because the squad that was here, none of them left. But instead of that, there's an ugly thing we call a spawn. Well, my champion managed to kill, against all odds, the Terminator champion, although he has a storm shield. And then he get a boon, and on the boon table I rolled 2 and a 1, 21, and 21 is spawn hood. So there he is. I think he's marked for that as well, but yeah, he's a spawn. God bless Nurgle. And the rest, well, there was no assault phase. So we're going to my turn 5, and let's see what's happened, what kind of cards I draw. Okay, the cards that I draw is secure objective 1. Well, that's in my deployment zone, and maybe I can get it, because a lot of Plague Marines that stood there, the squad is still near objective 1. But I also have score objective 3 2 times. So yeah, I could potentially score some points here. Let's see what happens. Right, this guy over here. Oh, it's the end of my movement phase. We got the Inquisitor here. Well, my health rate is gone. He has to move in a straight line, because I could not turn due to the immobilized result. And on my way off the board, I Vector Strike this guy. Well, he's got like a 2-up armor save, but when you Vector Strike, it's an AP2 attack. And what's good is that yeah, well, he cannot use his armor save, so Rick needs to use his invul save. So Rick, can you chuck a die and see what happens? Because maybe I get lucky and I slay the Warlord. His invul save is a 5-up, so let's see what happens.
Nope.
And he managed to throw a 3. So due to the Vector Strike, his Warlord dies. So that gives me 1 point. That's nice. On the other hand, I moved this bunch of guys near objective 3. I'm not quite there, but if I have a successful run move of a club of inch, I make it. On the other hand, there's this Rhino that was chucked in the building. He managed to drive all the way back to objective 1, and I'm still scoring it. So that's nice. Okay, well, this is how the game ends. It's a tie, it's 11 versus 11, because I score this objective 3, and I need it 2 times, so it gives me 2 points. I score objective 1 with this tank, so it gives me 1 point, so it ends me up with 10. But I slay his Warlord as well, so it gives me 11. Well, Rick scored 10 points, and that's including First Blood. And he also slayed my Demon Prince by bolt of fire. So it's 11-11, and the game stops in turn 5. Well, it was really an excellent game. I really liked it, and I hope you like it too. If you got any questions, anything to remark, then please put it in the comment section below. And I hope you see you again soon. Goodbye.